Hi everyone, my name is Janique and today I'll be doing a chapter reading from a Sons of Sindicato novella written by Cam Johns and Sonya Jesus, presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Secrets. Braylon. Secrets eventually come out, but this secret cannot. It would ruin me, ruin my career, ruin everything I worked hard for, as well as parts of me that can never be restored. Parts of my consciousness I fight every time I walk into this office. This office, it's not just any kind of office either. I work for one of the most prominent law firms in New Jersey, Braxton and Wexler, or should I say notorious. They handle all legal matters, from mergers and acquisitions to litigation and criminal defense. The latter gives us an interesting client repertoire, and it's my specialty. It's why I'm up here on the 10th floor with the partners and not on the lower levels. Of course, these are all things I found out after I worked tirelessly to maintain a name for myself as a woman amongst a testosterone-filled, cutthroat environment. I don't even discuss the things I had to do, or rather was forced to do, to get where I am. But I'm here, standing strong at 32 and on the road to becoming partner, alongside some very powerful names, names that demand respect, just like mine will. Respect is an arbitrary term in this life. It's possible to respect the struggle, but not the methods. I scan my large office, thinking of the many late nights I have given this place. Case boxes stacked against the accent wall remind me of the extensive criminal records some of my high-paying clients have accrued and the scruples I've had to ignore. I've done things I'm not proud of, but people I work with have done worse. I tap my fingers against the neatly organized desk. The small thump of nails against the glass strums through my conscience, stirring up doubt. How I ended up here, I don't know, but I'm aware this line of work takes a toll on the heart, as do other things. Defending evil obliterates morals, and advocating on their behalf burns a hole through my soul. Spinning around in my oversized leather chair, I peer out of the window that spreads across the wall behind my desk, and stare at the river spanning the distance of the view. The bustling city sits across from the edifice. Leaning back, I give myself a breather, contemplating just how long I'll be able to keep up with this double life. My life is all about secrets, and my love life isn't any different. Hiding our relationship is a necessity, but I don't want to hide it anymore. I don't even think we should be in it. He knows we can't continue as we are. There's too much at stake for both of us. Last time we went away together, I had every intention of ending things, but I couldn't. Each time our bodies touch, we forget about reality. His distractions always play on my needs, my desires. He demands my body without any words. And of course, I give it to him because I have a weakness for him. What are you doing? My favorite person in the firm saunters into my office, interrupting my thoughts. He looks flushed and red, as if he has been racing to get to me. I turn completely around in my chair and stare quizzically, drawing a complete blank. Am I forgetting something? I ask, pulling up my calendar on my computer. I could have sworn I didn't have anything for an hour. Are you kidding? It's 10:30. He waves his wrist, pointing at the watch as if I can see the time from here. He grabs my blazer from the hook on the back of the door and drops it around his forearm. What are you waiting for? I jump up from my desk, not realizing I have been daydreaming for a freaking hour. I can't believe I'm going to be late for this. I panic as we scurry down the hall, my feet obnoxiously clanking against the wooden floor the faster we run. Once we reach the door, Jeremiah fans my face with his notepad to cool me down, while I fix my clothes and catch my breath. He hands me my blazer, which I put on before opening the door. Both of us enter the full conference room. Before I say anything, Jeremiah covers for me. Thanks for taking that call for me, Braylon. I owe you one. He smiles vigorously, hoping I play along. He just lied to the board members to cover for me. I'll owe him one. No problem, Jay. Please continue, I say as Jeremiah and I take our seats at the table across from each other. I've already discussed this with Jeremiah, Braylon, Senior President Thomas Wexler begins, but I expect you will not keep us waiting. The other board members roll their eyes at his comment, and Jebia winks at me, soothing my nerves. He always does, but then again, he's the only friend I have. Most of my college friends have taken a back burner to my career, and the ones who stuck through don't exactly agree with my professional choices. Criminal defense doesn't inspire awe, just a hefty paycheck and a plethora of enemies. Wexler, who shares my speciality, has never been well liked at this firm, even though his name is literally on it. He's an older, white man with silver hair and a smile that never gives off his real intentions. Intentions which are never good. Perhaps that's what happens to people who dedicate their lives to defending bad people. The constant treading between fine lines doesn't thicken the boundary, just abolishes it. Maybe that's where I'm headed. I twinge at the thought of being a female version of this arsehole. He's the reason why 80% of our clients are repeat criminals. Powerful, rich fuckers who breed more arseholes keep our client list fruitful and long. It's a win-win, as Wexler puts it. We defend the worst of the worst for a price, a high price. We're a click away from turning our souls into currency. I'm sitting at this table about to be named partner because the leader of the Sindicato has recently joined our client list. Wexler has been trying to get them on board for years, but I was the one who succeeded. Thanks to me, the youngest Giordano son is free and not serving a sentence for attempted manslaughter against one of the Rossi mob members. Aside from being one of the most well-known mafia families, the Giordanos are owners of several businesses, including a dealership and a restaurant franchise. They make millions a month just in stock investments, not to mention what they make in their less legal ventures, but they've hit a rough patch over the years due to their rivalry with the Rossis. So, Miss Shaw, we voted and decided to make you a partner here at Braxton and Wexler, Mr. Braxton announces. Although I maintain my professionalism, my insides are jumping around like a teenage girl who just got her first kiss. Thank you so much. I stand with a smile and shake everyone's hand. However, when I reach Mr. Wexler, he isn't so pleased to have me join the team. I'm not sure if it's because I'm a woman or due to our history or because some of the Giordanos prefer to deal with me personally rather than with him. Either way, I can care less. Even he can't take the joy from this momentous occasion. Ignore him. Braxton pulls me into a hug. something she shouldn't be doing, but she isn't one of us. She's better than us, I always say. She's always almost never in the building, leaving Wexler to make most decisions. But her late husband, who died under mysterious circumstances, left her with 51% of the firm. Therefore, regardless of what Wexler may feel, she will always have the final say. I know you had plenty to do with this. Thank you. I smile as she grabs both my hands and hold them at a distance. Trust me, you did the hard work. I just made sure you were rewarded. She smiles one last time before releasing me to the rest of the room. Before long, it's the end of the day and I'm so tired I could pass out. But I know there won't be much sleep tonight. It's Friday night and my secret will be waiting outside in his tinted black Audi, ready to whisk me away to our spot, the place where no one knows us in this small town in Pennsylvania. Done for the day? Jeremiah speed walks into my office and hugs me quickly, lifting me off the floor. Oh goodness, goofball, you better stop sexually harassing me or I'll have to call HR. He laughs out loud and puts me down. I'm so proud of you, Ray. His nickname for me always makes me smile. Jay has basically been my protector since I walked in this building as a fresh-faced, optimistic attorney before Wexler, and Jay Bear has continued to be just that, the person I've really confided in the most. Well, except for the secret love that no one can ever know. I smile awkwardly. Yes, but did you see Wexler's face? He wasn't too pleased. Who gives a shit? There's nothing he can do about it now. That may be so, but we need to clear the air. He can't keep thinking he can look and talk to me like that. As I grab my bags and keys, my thoughts trail off to a time a few years ago. I've kept quiet long enough. I need to talk to him. Jebe stares nervously. You know what I'm going to say, right? I trek over to him and place my palm on his cheek. Concern is etched all over his face, but I need him to get out of here. I don't even want to think about what would happen if Jebe sees my secret in the Audi. Neither man will take it well. Yes, but I'll be fine. Go home. I'll text you when I'm leaving. He accepts my encouragement and leaves the building one way. As I walk in the opposite direction, down the extended hall to the larger offices. Wexler's office sits at the far end and spreads just as wide. The lights from his office seep through the doorframe. He's always the last to leave. Even though he doesn't need to work, he continues to do so. Ambition to match mine. That's what initially brought me here. Why I belong here. I just didn't think I would have to pay such a large price for it. Mr. Wexler, I knock on the door and turn the knob when he doesn't answer. He looks up at me with a scowl on his face. Without saying a word, he lifts his perfectly waxed brow and stiffly sits up, dropping one of the many papers onto the desk with a little bit too much gusto. Clearly, he's annoyed with my interruption. You know what? We can talk tomorrow. I begin to walk out. This room has too many bad memories. You've already interrupted. What do you want? He stands quickly and rounds the large desk, leaning his arse against the front edge and successfully blocking my view of his work. He crosses his ankles and arms in front of him, raising an eyebrow to wait for me to speak. He's such a fucking jerk. Well, since I'm partner now, I thought we should clear the air. I assert, no longer afraid of him. I place my purse and briefcase on the couch that sits alongside the wall of the right of the door. My purse tips over a bit with the pressure of the briefcase, but Wexler's movements distract me. He chuckles and saunters forward, stopping a foot away from me. Leaving his arms crossed in front of him, he bobs his head twice. You are partner now. That's irrefutable. The pitch of his statement alerts my intuitive flight response, but I have to remember I'm not the young, naive girl from before. I'm not afraid. Steel feet to mahogany floor, sure. I coax myself down from fleeing, from showing any sign of hesitancy. Men like him feed off fear. He'll starve before seeing it in my eyes again. What are you doing here? He asks with a curved tone, insinuating my presence is neither unwanted nor desired. Desired. At the word, bile crawls up my throat, burning the lining and eroding the words I came here to say. Interrupting me? He strides past, mere inches away from me, and closes his office door. I cringe, momentarily shutting my eyes from the enclosed room before snapping them open. Trapped within four walls, even the most spacious of rooms can seem like a tight space. It's hard not to focus on the setting when I'm more aware of the objects within it. To my left, law books are neatly aligned by size on sleek, winding metal bookcase, award acting as bookends. Awards acting as bookends. The desk supplies, usually stored in his top drawer, clutter the glass surface of the desk. A cigar rests on the ashtray, loitering the room with the scent of dried tobacco, French toast and cedar, a disgusting combination that invades my nose. Behind the L-shaped desk, the dark grey curtains shut the city lights out from the room, giving it an eerie feeling. Or maybe that's just me. And the click of the lock.